So why did you get started? Because I was broke and I had no time. Okay, fair enough. So why did you not get started? Because I was broke and I didn't have no time. That's interesting. Okay, fast forward several years later. Which one of those guys no longer has those money or time constraints, and which one of them still has those constraints, but perhaps they're even worse now? I'll tell you. The guy who got started changed things drastically immediately because he was broke and had no time is the guy that doesn't have to worry about those things anymore. That's me. That was me 4 years ago. And then there was other people presented with the same opportunity. They used the same reasons why they couldn't get started, and they're still sliding back. They're even worse off now than they were back then. That was about a little over 4 years ago now. It's amazing. The same opportunity, the same reasons. One guy just used them as reasons, perfect reasons why he must, and the other people, which is the majority, that's why I changed singular to plural. The other people use those same reasons, same opportunity, but those same reasons as reasons not to. And and then we have the respective lifestyles several years later, fast forward, and we have those respective lifestyles, which are drastically different. Friends, there's a big moral here. The only difference between those two sets of people is the mindset, and that's why they both live drastically different lifestyles now. The stress levels are also drastically different, too. I'm sure you can imagine which one has less stress. Me. So, 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago, I really gave an honest effort to bring my friends with me, but they didn't want to come. And I got a couple. I mean, really, just a couple. Right after I got started, to at least start to come with me, and they didn't see it through. They quit, and now they're worse off too. I mean, I see it, and it sucks to see that, especially when it's people that I love and care about, such as my friends. I still love them just the same, but to see them suffer and to go through so much pain when they really don't have to, and even people I don't know, strangers, people on Facebook that I don't really know all that well, except maybe on Facebook, go through the same pain year after year, and they're not changing massively, doing something different immediately. Friends, if you're not happy where you're at, don't use those same old reasons that you've been using to not change things up, because the longer that you wait to change things up and get started on actions that line up with the things that you want, the longer you put that off, the longer you put off doing something differently, drastically differently, immediately, it's like you're giving yourself a long, hard screw. And it doesn't feel very good. The longer you put it off, the longer you procrastinate, the more it's gonna hurt. And procrastination, man, that is the cornerstone of all poverty. I'm talking money wise, health wise, spiritual wise, relationships, everything. Procrastination is the cornerstone of all poverty. A little over 4 years ago, I took massive different action immediately when I was presented with this opportunity. And I'm talking about the Beachbody opportunity. And I'm not saying this is the right one for you. It certainly isn't the right one for everybody. Now, I totally believe this is the golden ticket to getting the things that you want. It is the golden ticket, but it's not for everybody. And the reason I say it's the golden ticket is because of what I've done with it and what I've seen a lot of other people do with it. What I've seen people with zero confidence do with it as their confidence level rises because they're doing something with this. This is the golden ticket opportunity. So right off the bat, if you're interested in this golden ticket opportunity, let me know. Just send me a private message or get in touch with me somehow. I've got multiple ways for you to reach out to me. Just from my nerve center alone, tomberkenmeyer.com. I got all my social media links right there on the jump page. You can't miss it. But whether it's the Beachbody opportunity or something else, if you want to change where you're at, man, if there's something in your life that needs to change, you need to step up now. Take massive, different action immediately and get started because, like I said, procrastination is the cornerstone of poverty, and the longer you put it off, the more it's just going to hurt. That long, hard screw that people give themselves every day because they keep waiting. The same reasons. I mean, before you know it, you've got an entire year cycle of I'm meaning to get started, but these things keep popping up, and usually it's money and time related. And before you know it, you've just did a complete rotation around the sun for the course of a year, and you're right back where you started, and that cycle doesn't ever end year after year. It's just more painful, more money and time problems, and all the things that arise from those problems because you keep using those reasons as excuses to put off change instead of using those same reasons as to why you must change things immediately. For me, over 4 years ago, my broke butt, my time constraints, all those things, and all the problems that arose from those two big things, those were perfect reasons why I had to get started immediately. I didn't put it off. And then all those other people, which is the majority, same problems, but excuses to put it off, and now they're worse off. So I tried my best to bring people with me, strangers, my friends. I believe I invited my friends first, and almost all of them said no. They're worse off today. When I go on these big trips that I take, like to the Caribbean, the Virgin Islands, the Bahamas, Southern California, Laguna Beach, and Las Vegas, and this year I'm probably going to hit the East Coast, the Carolinas, which I've never been to before. I've always wanted to go on an Alaskan cruise, and there's all these other things that I'm going to do because I can now. When I do these things, I want to bring my friends with me, but they just wouldn't come. So since I got started, I've met and made new friends who have come with me, which is just really awesome. And it's not like they've replaced my old friends. It's just I've got new friends that are stepping up and doing things with me, and I think it's just man, it's a blessing really to be able to go to these places not by myself. Usually when we take a big trip like this, we go with a family member or something like that. But when you go with a group of friends because you succeeded at something really important together, man, that's just friggin' awesome. And I can't control what my friends do or what strangers do or anything like that. But if I wanted to bring my friends with me on these trips, I had to expand my friends. I had to get new friends. It's just the way it is. And I'm hoping that some of my old friends, well, like all my old friends, all my friends, period, to just jump on this opportunity with me because in a few years, they too could start going on these trips with me and they can fire their bosses if they want to, or they can keep their jobs and have the freedom to really love their jobs without worrying about where the next paycheck is going to come from and all those other problems and on and on and on and on and on. So, if you're an old friend watching this and you've watched me excel where you've sort of slid backwards or not much has changed, I hope that I really hope that this lights you up and inspires you to change immediately. If you're broke, I hope your takeaway from this is that's the reason why you must get started immediately because you're broke, because you hate your job, because whatever is going on. And if we aren't friends and we're virtually strangers or we just kind of know each other or whatever, I still hope that you jump on this thing with me. And if this isn't your opportunity, then I hope that you relentlessly search until you find it. And when you do, don't put it off. Just get on it right away. I mean, like yesterday, if that were only possible. Well, I've ranted enough. This was extremely important to me to get off my chest. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope that you at least found my expressive passion entertaining. It's free entertainment. It's free. Some things are for free. Have a great day, everyone, and get in touch with me about this golden ticket opportunity. I call it that for a reason.